what did Africans believe in before the Bible came in? Yes.
That will be, I'll start with Basotho, Bapedi, Batswana, extended to Mazulu,
Maxhosa.
Yes. To like Abantu.
Yes.
You know? So, Neridumela mo, Odlozetar.
Yes.
Kimudimu, Kibadimu, Kibuntu. This is our Trinity. And this Trinity, it represents Majo, Amara, Arezamule. So wherever you go in Africa, you find people who are using these three stones. They believe in these three things. Mudimu, Badimu, Buntu. Now, Mahola Fitamu, no, not Mudimu, Rapela, Badimu, Rapela, Matuashule. But Ahona Sechava, Mo Africa, says 19 and Amudi. Matonga Bariki, Ntumbulu, Chikwemo Shati. Mavenda Bariki Mwali, Zimu Shangulash. Basotho ba re tlatla matšhono se ke sa pula Batswana ba re ke modimo wa galong Bapedi ba re ke kgobe Maxhosa ba re ke Kamata. Kamata is Kalo Kama no Tata, the beginning of mother and father. So modimo comes in to explain rona re tswa kae, because everybody mo lefatsheng starting le rona ma Africa ha re hlahela re bile le potso tse tharo re tswa kae, why re le mo re ya kae. What is our purpose of being here? Where do we come from? Where are we going? Why are we here? Where are we going? So Mudimu come in now to explain that. So Bafuba Pili, Batwa Pili, to die in the body. Bafuba Pili Kawanama, I believe body. So they had to come back. Barbulele Mie, Yabadi, or Resonzo Trompe Badi. Like for instance, I got like a monthly. Renarnali Gaspedi Barki Titi Kwani, Juan, the Vizar get to Hona, Mazurbarco, Gamsa, Matosvadari, Shanti, something like that. And then Mavenda by Jatukola, I think by Jatukola. But all in all, we have this thing already. Bafu. Bafu, people don't die. So that is why everything reason the sense of about Badimu. So Badimu Bahiles in it about no. Regas approach Mudimu Gaborona, so I approach a Mudimu Gabadi. Well, Badimu Bafiti said to Zarona Mudim, yes. Vanekabana Balen, how feeling Mudi, yes. Bareke Badimu Bani, Batsutsi Kubo Yana, Eling Setu. So Abasahata Mufasi, Kana, Kibadi. So Kibadi.
That's why the Badimu, Kibadi.
So Badimu, so Mudimu. Mudimu era mudi wa mutu.
O mudimu mudi wa mutu.
Yeah, the root of a person. Which was a guy, which was mudi. Abo, like we lezo kamata ra kalo kamano tata. Mudimu mudi wa mutu. Badimu ke ba era batu. Mudimu mudi. So badimu era batu ba mudimu. Now if bakreste ba re badimu ke madimoni ba bua eng e lo lentswe le tlhalosa re ke batho ba modimo. So bakreste bo Robert Mofati le ba bangwe ba translate Bible ba ra ba fitla go buka ya Mateo mo ba reng ntshetsang madimoni ko ntle. Bona ba change leina le la English la cast out your demons ba le change ba re ntshetsang badimu ko ntle. Ba kala ba re badimu badimoni madimoni. Ba change the way rena re shebang dilo ka teng. And that is why Bukreste bunkile batho ba ngata ba bantsho. And na ba kena mo Bukreste ba change ba fetoela setso sa bona. Because ba ruta re setso sa o ke bodimoni. Ditumelo tse tsa lona ke bodimoni. Ba bo sethepu ke bodimoni. Tlamelo bana le mosadi o moiwane, tlamele re alafe ka segwa ya nong a re sa alafa ka ditaola, a re sa alafa ka medu, ka di roots wa bo. So re sentse re bereke se dilo tsa bona le sekolo mara le yone e divide le batho because ya no ha o lwewa a batho ba magwaelo le batho ba borona maAfrika lo re ke makreste ba ba convertileng ne ba sa join dikgosi tsa bona wa bona ne ba sa join o thusa o lwantsha magomo wa bona because bona ke makreste ya.
How did they win? Ba win ka jwang ho ntsha batho nthonye ba ne ba idumela nako etelele e ba tlisa ntho
e simple like Bible.
Yeah.
Ba agile the mission station o ka lebella no most of the village the demarcation le meets they are centered around kereke o ka ile o be le mission wa bona mission station ka mo bopedi sekhukhune la tebela bo Merensky wa bona bo Merensky ba ne le sekolo se segolo ka mo wa bona so gotlhe mo gona le di mission station bo Morija go Lesotho wa bona around which the first printing press Adikala ba di introduce they were introduced there. That's why buka tse dingata tsa khale tsa Sesotho tlo ka dingwa tse Morija printing press wa bona so ba fitla ba create a mission station. The mission station ya create a village ya di peasant wa bona ba ba converter ba para sekgowa ya no wa bona ba rata meaparo ya teng ba introduce tumelo ya bona ba introduce ditsela tsa bona farming according to white people like western agriculture so ba create a community ya badumedi ra ba le majakane le ba heteng majakane ya ba le ba kenang kereke ba sa keneng kereke among maXhosa ya ba le the school people and the red people because the red people ba tlotsa le tsoko le red go mo red the red oka wa bona ya ba taba tsa lena le makaba wa bona le batho ba maplasing le no batho ba ntse ba bua re like it's locationing bona motshanya na batho ba maplasing ba re maplasing e ra hore o santsane o tshwareletse medu ya hao o sa tshware setso. So that is why the concept of education is a colonial concept. Soweto concept. It's basically saying to you, I'm very colonized. You understand? Because actually, so by creating migration is about the merit people's hostel. About the hostel is because but to buy it over Mahai, but also the toropong, and then from the time little toilet into and then look up the permission with the direct pass. Or it's or reported to the first police station out Fikamo, Bable Lore, Musadi Uchagile, Odo Chagafona Kweka. So it was all about control system. But that Abakala is a digolo. Little Ragana Guaranari, school on Gana Party. Non only to Barke assembly. From late Kala, you're going to pray one way, the Christian way. And then Lerutu and Chubarke beeps, biblical studies. Aona na kwelo religious studies baluta tsa setso or balute tsa ma Muslim if ma Muslim Lerutu afela Adam and Eve and the talking snake and all of that. So
that's why I'm worried to so we were damaged from
and Rona that is what miracle na olubuima releka o ruta batho ba holo ka social media
o thada
o ba rutula ntho ba rutileng yona ba sa le banyane ba qala from crash o gola le yona. So that is why I was born Christian. All of us were born Christian, but we were made Christian. We're not Christian. We were made Christian. So we were indoctrinated. So I was never indoctrinated. I made a choice. No, a choice was made for you. You were born in a society where already.
That is powerful. That is very powerful. That thing is very powerful that you say.
Yeah.
We never had a choice.
No, we never had a choice
of who we are.
No.
We were made to be who we are.
Who we are. The choice was already made for you. You are born in a society no stress is Christmas. But Christmas
which we don't celebrate.
I sent you a room. But we grew up in that thing. Because that is one time for the weekend. All of that. And then one time they look deleted actually this year. But we have now see to le paseka. You go pana ya. Kirnako hopola bukuku. Mewa bukuku le barago. Asanga ka utlwa bua ka Bible. Asanga ka utlwa bua ka kereke o ba muti. Ge rona le di holiday tsene ba re tia re le bana ka mga batlolo re ya kwa ba ile re passage. O ba le mo phaso. Ba batho ba ya di pasekeng ja bona. Rena ne re ya badimo aboko mazongwana molo la passage wa bona yabona and then nini ragaiwa e le nako ela re gaiwe le thegwe mmele jwale but ne le batho ba phasang through and so ne ke botsa batho ba TV re rena nna ntwe ke tsebang ka dipaseke re rona ne le tna go re nna go ja dipaseke ke na go rena re di go re tswane re o ba le mephaso ka re also ke na go re batho ba le ba bereka bo magwe bo Joburg le Pretoria ba buile so it's not necessarily to celebrate la paseka ke taba ro paseka e re fa holiday then holiday ya re golo dira meetlo ya ro wa bona re celebrate.
How did it come that ho etswe ka kgwedi eo how did it come re ba etse ka kgwedi eo?
Mostly ntho tse re di dirang they are based on the northern hemisphere calendar ya makgowa e lo develop the northern hemisphere like lebella for the Christmas for the Christmas wa para diaparo tsa mariga tsa winter
but how this makes sense like you say you cannot be celebrating ka diaparo tsa mariga go fisha
wa bo but because of for the Christmas as in twarena ke ya go tonya ngwana ya Europe wa bo so ba itlisitse so le bo Father Christmas ba re na no mona re ke motho montse ka ditedi tsa lekgowa wa bo ka wa perilo tsa Saint Nicholas and all of that wa bona a se setso sa gae so bo di paseka le tsone ke di festival tse lore ka kwa northern hemisphere ba celebrate modingwana wa bona wa mosadi ba re ke Ashter and then go diriwa bo di bunny and Easter eggs and one ya shifter paseka bona nini end of March nini the beginning of April
why?
Because it is based on their solstice bona gona le dintho tse in astrology like for instance the 22 le the 23 tsa September it's African New Year ke nako e lore letsatsi le bosiu di a lekana. That's the only time in the year where letsatsi le bosiu di a lekana. It's called equinox. Equi means equal, nox is night, equal night. It's come from Latin word. So the other days ogralo bosiu le bo botelele motshare lo monyana motshare lo motelele bosiu le bo bonyana so ba celebrate bonto tse bongwedi bo di full moon because in particular seasons ba hona le di rituals tsa bona ba go ba loya o fetare you understand ke le ga ke le sekolong ke le go Ethiopia ka go bana bana ba ithuba magwa ba ma Canadian ba ma Rasta ke tsikitse mo ke re ke ba tlhomela ke ba itse rona ma Africa re loya o feta everybody ba ra ya yonto. Why do you think 25,000 ya magwa if it clear to a country in Africa ya batho 10 million really control really busitse ya? How did you win? Every family in a
25,000
Africans,
25,000 whites controlled 10 million.
Yeah, even today South Africa busa ke magwa but we are majority, we're numerical majority batho bantsi le kana go apartheid magwane le minority. Fervuto na dula di dingaka tsa rona dula le kgotso sethuntsha a dula le credo motho a dula le sosobana dingaka tse di go di principal di sanusi a dula le bona ba di certificate se sa dingaka ba bontshana fer ba bontsha hore setlhare se so a le sene motho montsho se so le amone se so a le sene motho montsho. That is why le bongaka bo dirwa certificate tsa hona di dirwa ke mmuso. Just like le khosi ya maZulu no o bona ke o file ke man certificate ke Cyril Ramaphosa no
it can
be and then half etsa ba modira ba mo kwatamisa mo pela ga moruti wa kereka England o le khosi a kwatama ba mo kenya di ring tsa di Freemason why so ba re busa ka semoya wa tseba le tokoloshi ya sentshwaro ke ntwa Scottish ba tseba le ntwe na o tshela letswae ka mo jarateng a itse mo rona itse ma Scottish bona le di rituals tse ngwe di etsang tselo a ditse mo rona they are not ours
tokoloshi ya sentshwaro. How is it a Scottish?
It's a Scottish ba lawyer mago una bona go di Harry Potter o bona bo le bo advanced ba itse di movie ka tsona a kila no
and that thing is just a movie but
the story sa bona ba bla ke reality ya bona. I get again, you see colonialism, they colonize our ideas and minds. No runa, if Kibuagata Baro, Nkunwak, Agata or Nkunu Omu, o kgona ho tsamaya mo ka loaf bo mane ba mpotsa story se se mo gana a ntse re gola sona sa re hone le monno mona ga ka magwe a sile mosadi le matswali like
mosadi
le matswali like a dula le mazalo a hae so nna ke dula ke le seo and then ba re a mona re ai o ka re o hloile so a re o ka re o hopotse monna
a romele tšhelete
a romele nix ai ba decide gore no matsala re ska wa re tla mo tšhakela this evening ba ile reka loaf ba bona ya tshwana le video e lao menches ba Josie ka loaf a tšhakela Josie and then fronyana ka re tlo ba frosetse gore ba boye wa bo so ba namela loaf ba boye ba re mo tseleng ba tshwara ke tlala bo pronto ba tshwara ba ti wa bo ai ba ko tia se ba mo fi the rules of engagement ba fa terms and conditions ka ofela ba mo rutile hanya and it comes to puerna ya bolo ba rona le bolo ba habe ona le bolo ba bosiu ona le bolo ba motshela bolo ba motshela ba re bolo ba bosiu ke motho a tsaletseng ka mo family ya bana ngwana o ha hlaela fela ba motse ba mo fosetsa go le botong a tshwara le boto like Spider-Man wa bo ba bo tia ke molo o ke molo spawn le bolo bolo ba motse ya re ke ntwe no ai ke a tseba re no anga ke ra serokolo ka ya ka ilo chama dice ba bona ke tla wina wa bo ore ke a matla ke mo tshelele love potion ha ke sa tlhola ke matla ke tsebo o reverse ke bole ba motse ya you are tampering with things that you don't know spells that you don't know how to reverse them o khona romela ba tshila khona re o di close wa bo ke bole ba motse ya re bo ba re boloi professional or you can do it and undo it wa bo ba khona o iyetse o be o reverse wa bo wow yeah so na banana ba ba makgwa ba ne ba bua le nna ka boloi ba mpela rona bona ba loya ho feta rona ba re mo nna ba re moloi wa mosadi ke eng ka se ka pula ene moloi wa monna ke eng ka pula ka moloi ke moloi you don't have that I'm not moloi wa mosadi but here rona magwa wa mosadi is a witch wa monna is a wizard
Oh,
so that's how advanced they are boloi to even differentiate between the female witch and the male wizard so but snepe sa Jesu wa lo go wa lenka rantlo every house ya motho monto ke boloi wa the church I've said it quite popular opinion that the church is a zombie yard ke jarata ya wetsa di zombies they zombify you because how it's a setlotwane what do you call zombie now in the African culture is when you replace a moya wa motho ka moya wa sa
tobe
le guy
yeah how replace a moya wa motho ka moya wa motho mo so now our spirituality is the soul of our culture. When you remove African spirituality from African culture, you have replaced our African soul with the soul of the European. Now, that is why all Christians behave like Europeans and all Muslims behave like Arabs. That's how one Muslim obali an Arab name, you eat Arab food, you pray an Arab God, you read that book, a holy book, in what look Arabic, Quran. Understand? So how am I obali lina la school? We were given European names, but get Christian names. So you will be called Michael. You will be called... My father had, because he was a bishop, he gave all of us Bible names. So it is that kind of condition that Lebo Mandela. He is called Nelson, but he was never born with Nelson. He was just Holy Tata Mandela. So you had to get Lina la Sekreste or la Sekgowa. So minus Sekgowa ke minus Sekreste. Minus Sekreste ke minus Sekgowa. During the time of apartheid, they were a Christian name, which is basically European name. Because why can't the visual la Sekreste ke Matu? Why isn't it Lina la Sekgowa?
wow.
Well, so Christianization is colonization.
So it's gonna take time for a lot of older people to really go back to their roots.
Not really, because we see also elderly people Omuholo man, like the tips go ban ko Montrose. Bas
Yes.
dia mapo mo.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Hey.
So are tewa mo for break. Ndato obuale na la go ba with TikTok. Kere and you know you are doing a great work for teaching us dintho tse dingwe tse lo rona le maAfrika re dilebetse wa bona. Mona re bolela a re bona no ga bo Jesu ba lwana like no wa lwana go Israel. Ha re bona ga bo Jesu ba lwana. And rona re busy ra bina go dikereke re tshela no ka Jordan. Ro tshela ya Jordan ba thunela ba shapana ka dibomo. And last year by a law in Israel or Jesu ha batlagale wa bona. They find you talk about Jesus you go to jail.
In Israel.
In Israel it's a parliament.
It's a law.
Yes. So kanza bua re look abo Jesu aba mmate Jesu ya lo rena ro tsang ka yena.
So the group tse tsamayang ka di ba re ba lo etsa Israel to ba di kereke.
I don't know what is going on, but there is a law, there is a legislation in Israel that I get on it about hence ba preach about Jesu o bolawe ke majuda le maro. So ke majuda batho ba. So they can't allow you to keep on coming there.
And they never killed. There was never that.
There was never that in the first place. There was never a person called Jesus. Azanga beti. It's a movement ya letsatsi. Stories are Jesu ke stories are letsatsi. That's all this. It's the story of the sun in the age of Pisces. Age of Pisces represent ke tlhapitse pele wa bona. From katiba ya mopapa. Wa bona katiba ya mopapa.
Yes.
It's tshwana le molomo wa tlhapi.
Yes.
Molomo wa tlhapi.
Yes.
It's a fish head. To bishop tse tletse tsa mapostola tse ba di rata katiba tse mo
Yes.
wa bona.
Yes.
Ba bishop o fela ke na le party ngwe ke na lo joina group tsa teng tsa di interfaith.
Yes.
Ke like 20 ya bona ba fela ba ke tse di katiba tse. Ke molomo wa tlhapi.
Yes.
Because Christianity is a fish religion. That is why everything Jesus I go ka tlhapi wa bona. Ba motsa hore ke nna morei wa batho wa bona, I'm a fisher of men. Ba re go pa tšhelete ya lekgetho tsa monga tlhapi go nokeng o ntshe coin ka mo molomo wa yena o patela. Ba re go pa sign ya go bontsha re morwa modimo a ra ona sign e tla le fang yona except sign ya Jonah ona meditswe ke tlhapi for 3 days and 3 nights. So jalo ka Jonah na di 3 days and 3 nights in the middle of the fish, the Son of God will be 3 days and 3 nights in the air.
Man.
So it's a fish consciousness. So that is why the early Christian they call them the Pisces, which means small fishes, 2 fishes, and then they will become Nazarene.
Okay. 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 Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a fish consciousness when we speak of Christianity. Now let's see Christianity na go na yafe. It was supposed to be 2,000 years.
Yes.
So information.
This one that we are in.
That's why this one.
Or that 2,000 years was the age.
Yeah, Pisces.
Yeah, Pisces.
Yeah, fish.
Yeah, fish.
Which was the age, yeah, magic.
So it was supposed to happen.
It was
supposed to.
Yeah, it was supposed to happen.
That theory.
That theory.
It was in the people were supposed to be subjected to that.
It was supposed to happen, although it was not supposed. Like you know what? We could have been Christians without being colonized. Because sometimes I go against colonization and Westernism. But you tell yeah, look at the Facebook. Why such a Facebook if you know colonization is wrong? And I'm thinking that you know what? We could have been on Facebook. We could have had the same phones without mahor ba sharp. Because they're traders. They're ba rekisitsa dipudi ba rekisitsa se batlang le sona. So they could have always gave us the phone re ba fe dipudi. Ba re fe. So they did not need to kill us. They did not need to force us to be Christian. Some of our people they could have just converted without being forced. Now the problem with this thing is that it was forced. And therefore in the process, ba suppressa se rona sa rona. And then ba create kabano e ngata le badimo. Because yana ha sa tlola le o etso pheta mosebetsi a badimo ba hao.
They become angry on you.
They become angry on you, not on Muruti and all of that. Now most of these ones are going around, but no, this is alona tsa badimo ke budimoni and all of that. But true cultural exchange. You know, civilization is a crossbreeding of cultures. And we teach them.
Yeah.
We learn from them. We teach them. You go back to ancient Egypt. Mathematics started here. Pythagoras came and studied here. Philosophy started here. Medicine, healing, Imhotep.
Yes.
Healing started here.
Yeah.
So we could have always. I want to tell you, Helen Zilo Nabua one time, colonialism was not all bad. Because if it wasn't for colonialism, Kabarasnadi University and all of that, that is not true. We could have had university without being colonized. Understand? We could have had any Western thing without being colonized.
Yeah.
Through a system of trade. Yeah,
there was a lot of people basa tutelang architect, but they can build a double story.
Yeah.
Without being taught or na.
Or Basaga by a school architect, but they can build double stories. So we did not. It was not necessary for them to colonize us, to oppress us. The apartheid. They could have just made separate toilet or I don't think there's a problem later. Now the problem came in when they have to enforce that law. But at one time, but they were not supposed even to walk on the pavement. Like and then understand? So they could have created that because they know separate 30 years after democracy, we're still here. It's only few of our middle class afford that they can stay go the suburb. But majority and vacationing, you get the biggest double story houses. So they don't feel the need to family that double story go the suburb. So we could have just continued to develop without necessarily being colonized.
Yeah.
So give us a situation here.
So we are in the era we are in now is the era of knowledge.
It's the era of knowledge and information. That is why knowledge is so much. That is why it is in the palm of our hand through the phone. Lot of information. And that is why also we are getting a lot of knowledge that is doing away with that indoctrination. How many people are waking up now to practice their African spirituality? 10 years ago, you wouldn't have the amount of 10 years ago, you wouldn't have the amount of people but they are tolerant and acceptance to African spirituality, African knowledge, African wisdom. Understand? So there is an increase now. So we're going back to our roots.
Why recently?
When Gogo Maweni Scottin, Officer were no 1,000 yaba and 700 because how much analyst stress I get about one good Facebook much are 10 reasons signs on a labor team. Hey, relationship has a severity. Wait. Now everybody relationship has a severity. Now only depression on not a mila lot to us. The book of Ella one hour no about see you're not a wife material see. Proper counseling. And then you get your head right in the game. Now instead of that, what if can I never deem about a because it's also mine.
Yes.
Wait to chilling at I've had on a lingaka umu utrasisaka 50,000 and then Hanzo Trasamo upatela 5,000 every month ya dijo. How fedite upatela 40,000 ya rakutism rao. You understand? Now that's a lucrative business. That's a whole lot of money. Now every second person now what transfer fits out transfer what preach about this TikTok.
Because of Satwa seats.
City.
Even if they don't know.
Yeah, I know another one not long ago. I know explaining about Tori. Hey, what did I saw? How na leba dimuta bona ka yingi? How yingi bona ka yingi? Ba ba prescribe antonyana tsinga ta faila or tlhapanga dilo tse di so. Etsang ntho tse di so. Listen, how na leba dimu? You will have that sign from birth. na something tla bontshang ka wena la ntse o tlhaela re ngwanana ona o different
Yes.
o ka no bua holo
Yes.
o ka no kra lo rona le batho di chomi
Yes.
you ka no kra when you are surrounded by people
ba ka se thoma ona le 40
bona
years
so thoma ona le 40 years
ba ntse ba tholetseng
all the time but
Yes.
that is why now re bona di celebrities le hore o mongwe ke mone a chesa mapaya a dinga
yeah I saw that
I can't know in the name of Jesus check out no man wrong diagnosis o thomile le moholo fela o shapua ke life
wa wela ntwe o sa itsebe
wa wela ntho sa itsebe wa bona and then wa hlangana le batho ba batla chelete ba bolela re tlamile o thwase sa tlamile o thwase wa bona re tlamile re thwase ka ofela bile ra thwasa no but ha re thwase le bongaka ka ofela re thwase la tsebo re thwase la back to our roots re thwasa ka ofela ra thwasa
ntwela ya bibele la ine lo thwasa
ne re ba re thwasisa tsebo e
ba re thwasisa tsebo empe
yeah so tlamile re khutlele now re thwase
yes
re khutlele mo setsong sa rona
yes
you can't just go back to your roots easy like that it's a process that process ke thwaso ya rona and it's a lot ka social media I almost write something on Facebook I think most people in the end of this journey because everybody was saying what explain it no what's ala where's a so o mo fetsa tswa le fetlong no
o sa
ke gobela
yes o tswa le fetlo no e se le master
yes ana na go ba student
no
wabo so se le master wabo so ke yona ntho etsalang so in the process it create dingaka tse dintsi I mean by the words of Gogos Koteni o re thwasisitse 1000 30% e right 70% I think wrong meaning 700 ke di fake ka ofela okay now ke 1% now I don't know how many gobelas out there
have the same problem
yeah but I
have yes
and then how botsisiwa why motho a fitla fela re yena o batla go trust na ke etse so but it is not only that it's also because of the money involved in it right and also because of bona le nthupulelo mo bongakeng gore motho a itla mo wena are o low you must work with their psychology or o low la ntse bontshiwa re no a low wa no ba le 1 2 3 problem ila fixiwa but because of healing begins in the mind
yes
so you need to convince the mind abe convince or low or ha tlhalosa mkhulu credo motho the reason why dinga tsa rona tsa setho di fa batho meriana e babang wa bona kulo ya kelello pele wa bona hore wa nwa e mbisa e strong just for saying or hey moriano wa baba you begin to get healed the healing process because kelello is something else about the mind so you start there once the mind is in a healing path then you
automatically
yeah intwela le go kerekeng bare o fodiswa ke tumelo ya gago in those teachings of Jesus are mo batho re no tumelo ya gago you peace it meaning your mind your mind convince yourself that I'm taking this in pizza I'm going to be healed and then you'll be healed and that is why the chapel or any other language and any other religion and got any other God they get answered. No, as long as only faithful to that stone,
it will get answered.
It will be answered because it's an energy. You're just transferring an energy there. It is coming back. The inside is speaking to the outside. What is outside is inside. You understand? So it's a knowledge.
For the whole